All right, 6:45. We were just chatting about the challenges of being on this weird schedule. And
it's good. I had a nightmare last night. I mean, I went to bed at 7:30, which is early for me, but I woke up at 9:30, like one of those in a sweat where your heart's just like pounding.
Oh, no.
So that got things off.
Is it one of those ones where you try to open your eyes and you physically can't? You're like, it's like
really
that
weird,
bad. You know
actually.
what I mean?
I've never had a dream like this because it was a nightmare, like terrifying, and then it turned into a dream that like wasn't horrible. But then I woke up and the dream itself, like the nightmare part, happened inside of my house. So then I was like all free. I don't know.
You're like,
it was a weird night. I think I need to like
always looking for the silver lining. If you actually slept enough to dream,
I know
that's a good thing.
I usually don't dream during the week.
You made it
that
to
rarely
REM
happens. So there's that.
That's crazy.
How pathetic is that?
I know, it's sad.
It is tough. It's tough. All right. Good morning, all. It's cold again. A lot of us are in the 20s. Some are in the teens, though, like Waterville down to 16. That's one of the cold spots in the state right now. High pressure is going to trap the cold here in New England so that when this warm front arrives with this little batch of rain right here, it won't be rain for a lot of Maine. It's actually going to be snow after dark tonight. And then we'll get into the warm sector for the end of the week. So we are going to see our temps warm up quite a bit. But before we get there, we've got to get through a little bit of snow and maybe a little bit of ice too. This morning we don't have that. It should be smooth for you getting to work. Midday it turns partly sunny as clouds stream in. We'll see highs in the mid-30s today, and there won't be any wind, so it'll feel better than yesterday, I think. We will go cloudy this afternoon and evening, but getting home will also be fine. There's no precipitation expected for the evening commute. The precip doesn't arrive until between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock tonight, and it will be snow for the interior. Little bit of rain along the coastline, perhaps mixing with some wet flakes. But along the coast, even if we get a little snow to mix in, it's not going to accumulate. The surface temps will be above freezing, so when it hits the ground, it will melt. That snowflake will. But inland, it won't. In inland areas, especially north and west of Lewiston, Augusta, and Bangor, there's going to be a little thump of snow here. The window's 11 to 2 a.m., so a 3-hour window where it comes down at a pretty good rate. And then by tomorrow morning, surface temperatures are warming, precipitation is tapering off. With that said, there'll still be a few scattered showers around, and it won't be very warm everywhere. Like, we're going to be close to 32, Lewiston, Augusta, Waterville. It likely will be 32 or below for the mountains and north. So some icy patches and slippery spots will remain for tomorrow morning's commute, but I think most of us are going to be out of the woods by then. We're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow for the Oxford Hills, Mountains, Central Highlands, and North. And by the way, the highest peaks will probably get like a 4th or 4.5 inches of snow. So that's great news for the ski resorts. They need this really badly. And then a little icy glaze on top of that. For Lewiston, Augusta, Bangor, for Sebago Lake, interior York County, it's a coating of slushy snow up to an inch of it, and then it starts to get soft and melt away by tomorrow morning. And then along the coastline, it's just wet. Again, if a wet flake mixes in, it's going to melt. So driving around for interior Maine in the middle of the night, yeah, plows are going to have to go out, treat roads, plow them off, throw some salt down too. Tomorrow afternoon, it hits 50. Friday, it also hits 50. Looks like a great day. But then the next surge of cold comes in from central Canada, and this one's going to be a lot colder than the one that's out there now. And we've got a storm moving out of the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic, south of Nantucket. It looks like our chances for snow are going up over the weekend, Saturday night into Sunday morning especially, and especially for southern Maine, closest to this area of low pressure. In fact, there may be several inches of snow that falls. So that's something we're focusing on in the medium range into the weekend. It's a few days off. Get you some more specifics and details tomorrow. So while crafts are up, seas 1 to 2, north winds 5 to 10, occasionally gusting to 20 knots and then turning to the south this afternoon. Sun and clouds. Tonight we get a little snow inland, 1 to 3 inches. Coastline, it stays rain. Will be some showers early tomorrow morning, and then it warms up. Friday's great. Over the weekend, snow risk Saturday evening, Saturday night, and Sunday morning. And that snow's not melting away like the stuff tonight. It's going to be really cold behind that for early next week.
Going to have to plan also all those last minute errands around that.
Around the snow, sure.
Once we
Definitely.
figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.